This quick tip is on how you can use Python to automate downloading data from your ArcGIS Online account. Now you might want to do this if you are editing data in ArcGIS Online or collecting data with one of the Esri mobile data collection apps, and that data is coming into your ArcGIS Online account, and you want that data to end up in some other type of system of record, like a SQL Server database or something like that. Well, there's a number of steps along the way to getting your data from ArcGIS Online into a database, for example, but one of the first steps is getting your data out of ArcGIS Online. And there is an API, the ArcGIS API for Python, that can help you do this pretty quickly with a pretty short Python script. So for demonstration purposes, I've just uploaded a shapefile of all the oil and gas wells in Michigan. And when I uploaded that into my ArcGIS Online account, it created a feature layer. And then I wrote a Python script that is essentially going to download a CSV file of that data onto my local desktop. So this is the Python script. You can see it is pretty short. I'll zoom in so you can see that better. At the top, I've listed a couple links to some references on installation and then the API reference itself. And then I'm also importing a config file. I just created a config.py file in the same folder as my main file that has my username and password in it. And so I'm just passing the password in and the username in from that config file. And then here I'm just defining my variables and calling the one function in the script. And this is that one function. So essentially, the API has a GIS call, and if you pass none as the first parameter, it'll go out and hit ArcGIS Online. You pass it your username and password. And then here I'm just searching all the content in my ArcGIS Online account for anything that has that name, that layer name of oil and gas well surface. And I do have a shapefile up there as well as a feature service, so it's going to come back with 2 items, and I only want to download the feature service, which is the one that other folks might be editing. So I'm going to look for that one in particular and give it the download format that I want, the CSV, and the location as well from up top here, that temp folder I created. And then if you don't delete the result, it will create CSV files in your ArcGIS Online account every time the script runs. And so if I've scheduled this to run every night, eventually it would pile up with a bunch of CSV files in your ArcGIS Online account. And so I just want to go ahead and delete that since I just care about the one I'm downloading. So I'm going to go ahead and run this script. Depending on your data, it might take a little while, but here you can see that it did print out the name of the 2 files that I have up there with that have the oil and gas well surface name. And then it is done downloading the file. So here it is. It downloaded as a zip file, and when I click on that, there's a CSV file in there where I can see all of my data. And at this point, you would go ahead and write some other type of ETL script that would essentially take the data from the CSV file and upload it into the SQL database that you are wanting to put your data into.